I liked you better with glasses.
Too bad. I like me better without them.
Hey, pretty fans! Welcome to a very holly jolly episode of the Better with Glasses podcast. I am your host, Nikki Bazalia, and with me, as always, is Casey.
Hey, hey.
And
Or wait. Should I say ho ho?
you did that same joke last year.
No way.
Yeah, you did.
Yo, I am so consistent with the thoughts that go on in my head. I watched a movie one time in high school with my buddy. We watched that same movie 10 years later, and I said something at a certain point in the movie, and he said, Yo, you said the same exact thing to me in the theater when we watched that the first time. I was like, wow. Well,
Is that consistency or
super
amnesia?
consistent. Super consistent.
All right. So, guys, thank you so much for hopping on with us and spending your holiday with us, at least a little bit of your holiday.
Yes.
We are coming to you live from our temporary studio, which is basically our living
room. I have the Yule log going. This is our real Christmas tree. You can smell the balsam fir in the air.
Mm-hmm.
And this is our holiday spectacular.
Yes.
Look how far we've come.
I know.
This is a beautiful set. We got a new couple of pieces of new equipment, and I feel like it looks great. So
hopefully you guys love it.
if y'all are on YouTube, thank you so much for watching it. If you're listening on the podcast, that's how it all started. So we gotta love that as well.
Yeah.
I mix it up between podcast and YouTube. So I got love for everybody.
Well, my thought is like if you're doing a lot of driving for the holidays, then podcasts work perfectly.
Right.
But if you're able to kind of like sit down, chill out while you're cooking, baking, doing whatever.
Yeah, let it run in the background.
Yeah. Yeah, then you can see all of our goodies because we are going to do a shit ton of things today.
So we're going to do, let's think, we got a gift exchange.
Yeah.
We're going to do a holiday Madlib.
Oh, yeah. TSITP Madlib.
We have a show and tell.
Uh-huh.
We're going to each bring something to the table. We're going to do a song. We're going to, yes, that's right, a song. We're going to do
like nervous
Christmas games.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how that's going to go.
Oh, we're just going to see how it goes.
Very excited.
Right.
And a whole bunch of other stuff. So on the YouTube version, there'll be chapters. Maybe we can do it for the podcast version as well. But lots of love. Thank you guys for being here. Before we get started, we're not the only ones in this Christmas, in holiday love.
Oh, yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah. Well, we have been in a lot of holiday love. So we're doing our 7 days of Christmas. We did some extra content. But today, we were in the car today, and Jenny, Queen Jenny,
came in dropping fucking missiles on the...
She's been posting a lot, rightly so, about XO Kitty because it's coming out.
Fan nation.
But yeah. So today, it wasn't necessarily about XO Kitty, which drops soon. It was a video of the Cousins Beach House decked out for Christmas. Like garlands and lights all up on the banister there. And it was like a kind of like slow-mo shot of the paintings that now line the staircase, the paintings that she did in season 1 of...
Great little ambiance piece.
Oh, it was so great. And then at the end, it just kind of pans over to the door where there's a beautiful little wreath hanging on it.
And then guess who walks in?
No one. So, we were in the car when it came out, and I was like, oh, no way. And of course, Casey's like, what is it? We happened to be at a stoplight, and I showed him, and it was...
I don't necessarily get super excited about these kinds of things.
But he loves Christmas.
I was like, are there any things that could make my honey more pleased than Christmas and cousins in the same mashup?
Yeah.
I mean, show him your cup.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
By the way.
Well, first off, let me show you my Junior Mint.
That's Junior Mint.
So
I have a vineyard vine with the whales wearing a Santa Claus hat.
Yeah. You know. And he's got his bells, right?
See if you can hear these.
Hopefully it picks up. But yeah, when else is more appropriate than Christmas time to wear a actual polar bear wearing a scarf? Right. Like you can wear this out in the streets and people will be like, oh, I love your sweatshirt, not knowing who the hell it is.
You could have slapped a Santa Claus hat on him. Yeah. Just like the whale.
That's true.
That's an idea.
Hey.
Bank it for next year.
Yeah. Well, maybe. All right. So
show him the cup. Show him the cup.
We've talked about this cup a zillion times, so I don't know that we need to necessarily go through its origin again. But
Oh, okay.
as always, I have my belly cup, also known as his mother's cup.
The
Not
watch
not
clock.
not this is not his mother's cup.
No, he ordered it special.
He ordered me this special, but no, his mom owns the entire set, and I think at one point she was like, do you want the set? And I said no. I kind of like having my one-off cup because it feels a little bit more belly pulling something out of the cupboard to me.
The stinking Yule log timed out.
Oh boy. So we're gonna have to fix that.
It's okay. It's all perfect. I'll get one of these like 35-hour ones on YouTube.
Awesome. Now when it comes to the Yule log, we should make our own.
We should. TSITP Yule log.
Right? Don't like different movies and shows, maybe not shows, but definitely different movies. Like there's a Hogwarts one. Is there what other Christmas ones are there? There's Hogwarts.
There's a Happiest Season one on Hulu.
Is there?
Happiest Season one. Happiest Season's hilarious.
That's a great movie.
Yeah,
You've never seen it. Highly recommend.
Yeah, what's the new one? The new jammies that came out. There's the Nutcracker with Ben Stiller. That was good. You watched, I fell asleep. The one with the dude at the TSA line.
Oh yeah, that was like it's
like set during Christmas.
Yeah, it's set during Christmas, mostly because that's when the TSA is most crazy. But
we give the recommendation of Love Hard every year. Like I recommend one Christmas movie.
Yeah,
to you.
Darren Barnett.
Hard.
Yeah. Yeah. Nina.
Dobrov.
Yeah, Nina Dobrov.
Jimmy O Yang. Love Jimmy O Yang.
It's fantastic. Okay.
All right, so let's start off with the Madlib, huh?
Okay.
Let's go. I'll be the goof because I don't know what you created this.
Yeah,
so.
I created the Madlib. So all right. So what we're gonna do is, and you guys will have already had the link. So that's a surprise for Casey. You guys will have already had the link, and you
didn't know there was a link.
And you get to see him do it because I thought it'd be funny. So let me pull up the link real quick. Da-da-da-da-da.
Look, there's an exit on the back of the Christmas village.
I see that. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Ready? Okay. So you got to go fast. So first thing that comes to mind, because there's 42 items.
As the executive producer, I would say we went a little bit extreme on that.
It's okay. It's noun. Off the top of your head. Let's go. Noun.
Dog.
Another noun.
Blanket.
Another noun.
Top hat.
Body part.
Toes. Or toe.
Okay. A second body part.
Fingernail.
Adjective.
Fuzzy.
Type of food.
Grapefruit.
Okay. Adjective.
Thorny.
You're pretty good at this. Verb.
Ran.
That's a past tense. So
run.
Okay. Adjective.
Old.
Noun.
Box.
Number.
Let's go 17.
Okay. Past tense verb.
Flu.
Oh, I noticed a typo in here.
English class.
I noticed a typo in here, so we'll have to read through that. Number?
83.
Okay. Noun?
Deer.
Feeling? A feeling.
Whiny. Is that a feeling?
I don't know.
Okay.
Think of your emotions.
Emotions. Okay. Anxious.
Adjective.
Happy.
Okay. 2 verbs.
Ooh. Prance. And dart.
Oh, like to dart. Got it.
Yeah, to dart.
Got it. Okay. Noun.
Christmas tree.
Body part.
Armpit.
Verb ending in ing.
Flying.
Body part.
Shoulder.
You have no idea what this is.
I have no fucking clue.
Noun.
Let's say dog collar.
Adverb.
Give me a example.
Slowly, quickly, briskly, noisily. It's like describing how
Oh,
you
okay.
do something.
Um,
All of our English teachers out there, like,
and I used to write for a newspaper. Um, self-taught, no lessons. Begrudgingly
begrudgingly. Okay. Past tense verb.
pushed.
Pushed. Yeah. Noun. Two nouns.
Oh, horns.
Okay. Another noun.
Fence.
Okay. Two adjectives.
Oh, high.
Like to be high
Yeah,
or like high up. Okay, got it. What else? Another adjective, sorry.
holy.
Holy. Like holy
I meant
like the Holy Spirit?
yeah.
Okay. A feeling or emotion.
You say drunk?
You can say drunk.
Here, here.
Okay. Adverb. Oh, this one that gets you.
Oh fuck.
Almost done.
Quickly.
Yay. It'll be worth it, I promise. Body part.
Ooh, good question. Teeth.
Teeth. Past tense verb.
Drove.
Drove. Noun.
I'll give you one. Seashell.
Okay. Adjective.
Um, uh, brooding.
Brooding. Okay. Noun.
Beach house.
Hang on. Beach house. Another noun.
Pool.
Okay. Verb.
Swim.
Okay.
We're gonna make it all make sense at the end.
Maybe not. Noun.
Hmm.
You got noun, adjective, noun.
Teddy bear.
Teddy bear. Adjective.
White.
Noun.
Muffins.
Okay. Show me my story.
No fucking way. Can I read it?
I'm gonna make you read it. So there's one part that I need to edit, but you'll figure it out. Just um don't read what's in the brackets.
This is scary. But I remember the first time I ever did a Mad Lib. I didn't know what I was getting into. I fucking laughed so hard when the first time I ever did a Mad Lib. It was so funny.
All right. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. Go ahead and read
All
it.
right. The title of this is Christmas in Cousins. My honey's three favorite words. The next morning, right when I wake up, oh, sorry. The next morning, right when I woke up, I had this funny feeling that he had already left. I don't know why. I ran over to the dog to check, and just as I was coming around the blanket, I tripped over my top hat and fell flat on my toes, banging my fingernail along the way. I lay there with tears in my eyes, staring up at the ceiling. The pain was fuzzy. Then Conrad's head popped up above me. Are you okay? He asked, his mouth full of food. Grapefruits, probably. He tried to help me sit up, but I waved him off. Leave me alone, I mumbled, hoping that I just blinked fast enough my tears would dry up. Are you thorny? Can you run? I thought you were gone, I said. Nope, still here. He knelt down beside me. Just let me try and lift you up. I shook my head no. Conrad got down on the floor next to me, and we both lay there on the old floor like we were about to start making box.
Trying to make boxes.
How bad does it hurt on a scale of 1 to 17? Does it feel like you flew something? On a scale of 1 to 17, it hurts an 83 when it comes to deers. But he sounded anxious. I am not. I was about to prove him right. Even I could hear how happy I sounded. Hey, that fall you took was no joke. It was just like how animals prance and dart in cartoons, like with a Christmas tree. Suddenly, I didn't feel like crying anymore. Are you calling me an animal? I demanded, turning my head to look at him. He was trying to keep a straight face, but the corners of his armpit kept turning up. Then he turned his head to look at me, and we both started flying. I laughed so hard my shoulder hurt worse. Mid-laugh, I stopped and said, "Ow." He sat up and said, "I'm going to pick you up and bring you over to the dog collar." "No," I protested begrudgingly. "I'm too heavy for you. I'll get up in a minute. Just leave me here for now." Conrad pushed, and I could tell he was offended. I know I can't bench press my horns like Jer, but I can pick up a fence, Belly. It's not that. I'm heavier than you think, Freshman 15 or whatever. My face got high, and I momentarily forgot about how badly my back hurt or how holy it was that he brought up Jer. I just felt drunk. In a quiet, in a quiet voice, he said, "Well, you look the same to me." Then, very quickly, he scooped me off the floor and into his arms. I held on with one arm around his teeth and said, "It was more like freshman 10." He said, "Don't worry, I've got you." He drove me over to the couch and set me down. "I'm going to get you some seashells. That should help a little." Looking up at him, I had this sudden thought, "Oh my God, I still love you." I thought my feelings for Conrad were safely tucked away, like my brooding beach house and the little gold pony my dad bought when I first learned how to tell time. But just because you swim something, that doesn't mean it stops existing. Those feelings, they'd been there all along. All that time, I just had to face it. He was part of my teddy bear. I had white hair and I had freckles, and I would always have Conrad in my muffins.
That was pretty
That was
good.
pretty funny. I can't believe that you were able to make that.
Yeah,
Is it like a Madlib app or something?
it is a Mad Lib app.
You were able to pull out all these words and do substitutions and all that?
Yeah.
She's so
So
good.
it's the original, obviously, it's the original best scene ever, Christmas and Cousins from book 3 that hopefully we get in season 3. And there were just so many funny nouns and things that I'm like, it would be so funny.
I think that people are going to really enjoy doing that if you make it available.
I am going to make it available. Well, I already did make it available. By the time this releases, they will have already tried it and they will watch you stumble through it.
Yeah, reading is hard. And while we're here, like playing into the fact that you made this, great job on Unwrapped.
Oh, thank you.
I see it pop up on my Instagram feed all the time. And Vicky just tags me in when she needs me. Like this, I actually helped in planning the Christmas spectacular, holiday spectacular. But that thing, we kind of all threw that together in one day, and Vicky just tagged me in and was like, "All right, we need to do this." And I'm like, "Hey, I'm game." And I do goofy shit, but Vicky does such a good job of editing, posting it, keeping you guys up to date, and she deserves a round of applause for that. So thank you, Vicky, for doing that.
Thank you,
I think everyone's
honey.
really enjoying it.
Thank you.
So that was our Madlib.
Madlibs.
Fucking so funny.
Cousin speech
It's
style.
so funny.
And I will always have Conrad in my muffins.
That's what I read in my muffins. There was another couple of other funny ones in there too.
It was funny. Do you feel thorny?
You feel thorny?
Or are you okay?
Hi, Belly.
There's a dog in
Belly
there.
the dog.
Okay.
What's next on our potential list?
I think next.
Show and tell. Let's do show and tell.
And do show and tell?
Let's do show and tell.
Okay.
Do you want to
All
go first or you want to go first?
You should go first.
Okay, fine.
So we were each asked by each other to bring a
Show and tell.
item, like a show and tell item, that ideally had to do with Christmas.
Okay.
Oh.
So I'm gonna hold this up. This is my Christmas vacation popcorn tumbler.
Okay.
So there's the RV. What this reminds me of is kind of another thing of where I came from. Even before I met Vicky, I've loved Christmas. When I was a single bachelor, when I was going through tough times, I always loved Christmas. And even when I was broke, I would still spend, $30 on a real Christmas tree and have my own little Christmas at my apartment.
All by yourself?
All by myself. And I had this Christmas vacation, Popcorn Tub. Christmas Vacation is my favorite Christmas movie. It's an OG one. So I said before that if I could recommend one, it would be Love Hard, but like Christmas Vacation and Home Alone are the two
Home Alone
go
is my favorite.
to like OG Christmas movies. So I had this tumbler of popcorn and I kept it forever, and it makes me happy because it's got all the Christmas Vacation stuff on it. And
Where did you get it from?
I
How
have
did you
no
procure
clue.
it?
I know it had like 3 different kinds of popcorn in it.
Okay.
And I saved it all this time, and it's got all the funny stuff on it. And I love Christmas Vacation more than anything. around this time. Vicky brought me to a special screening of it one time.
I think that was our first year dating. I was like, oh, like let's go to this Christmas vacation thing.
Yep.
And he'd never been to an Alamo theater before, and he'd never been to like one of those movie party things before. And he's like, what is this? I'm like, apparently it's a bunch of people who are equally crazy about this movie like you are.
Yes. So this has made the rounds through it all. And there's a few things I have like that, but this one especially, like I think I have a couple ornaments that have made it too, but it's been with me for a long time, probably 15 years now. And Christmas Vacation is one thing that we put on all the time just to.
It's funny.
You can have it on in the background, like so many good parts of it. And I do have something special for the pretty fans out there.
Oh.
If there's any other Christmas Vacation fans in our fan base,
Yeah.
whoever, I guess I don't know how to do this, but whoever messages Better with Glasses Instagram first,
Ooh.
I have a
Slide into our DMs.
slide into our DMs. I have a very special ornament.
Is this a surprise?
It's a surprise giveaway.
Jeez.
I have this very special Christmas Vacation ornament it's a Clark Griswold ornament. It's amazing. I saw them the other day at the store and I bought one for our tree. And I was like, I gotta have a second one and someone else needs it. So I was like, this is the perfect opportunity for our loyal fans. So whoever sends a message to the Better with Glasses Instagram message first, send us your address and we'll send you this free Christmas ornament. Christmas Vacation.
Beautiful.
Yes.
I didn't know he was gonna do that.
That was a surprise,
Oh,
that was a
boy.
surprise.
Okay.
By the way, let me just say, Christmas presents are getting so much harder to like keep secret these days because of the algorithm, If I'm looking up something, they're always circling the people closest to you like
Yeah.
ads, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then if you want good deals, you got to sign up for the emails and text messages. And one of my presents got spoiled because Vicky was holding my phone and saw one of my text messages.
So I was playing DJ in the car yesterday, and it was like, "Oh, do you still want to buy this from your cart?" And I mentioned it to him, so you could have lied, but Casey doesn't like to lie.
No, I felt caught.
Yeah, you're like, you knew, and I really didn't know at all. I was pretty innocently just being like, "Hey, you got a thing? Like, how weird is that?"
What is your show and tell? Because I have no idea.
So my show and tell.
Oh, I do know what it is. Never mind.
My show and tell. So, Casey actually works like in sort of a little bit of like event planning and like goes around to, like these aging homes and facilities and things like that.
Yep.
With older individuals, and he and our local TV station went and were like interviewing people and asking them their favorite Christmas present or like I guess memorable Christmas questions and things like that.
Are we gonna do that next?
We certainly can.
We'll do that next.
But so Casey asked me what my favorite Christmas gift was, and I have two answers, but this one I'm bringing.
That's a good thing too. If you guys are,
It's a CD. It's red, but it's a Christmas CD. So
the Christmas CD.
It's the Christmas CD. So what this is the Mariah Carey Merry Christmas CD. And I was calling it a jewel case, but I was trying to find the case with the picture, and she's like in a
it's like a white thing, right?
It's white, and she's in like a Santa suit, and she's got like the high half up, half down curly hair. It's really pretty. And let me put this down for a second. But I love music, and I was in choir, and I love singing, and I love Mariah Carey. But none of that would have happened if one of my very close family friends, he grew up around, my parents and my mom and stuff. Casey's going to show you the Mariah Carey album. But I opened a present, and it was a Walkman. So the old school, the old school, little CD player that, it pops up this way, and then you put the CD inside, and it,
anti-skip technology.
It had the anti-skip technology, and it was all fancy. And I was like, I never had a CD before, let alone a CD player. And because it was a Christmas gift, he got me the Mariah Carey Christmas CD, and it was my first CD that I ever had, ever. like first one I ever owned. And my parents weren't big, like there weren't like they weren't out buying CDs regularly either. So I had that and it was my first CD ever and I loved it so much and I memorized all the words, all the lyrics, and I played that CD
Out.
out. Like, I mean, I was still playing that CD like October of that year because I don't remember exactly how old I was, but I certainly like wasn't going to Best Buy and like going to the entertainment section at that age. So I just like listened to this on repeat and I finally asked my dad to take me to go buy more CDs and that's where I bought like all the other Mariah Carey. I was really obsessed with Mariah Carey, guys. So,
I remember my first CD. Well, kind of. I'm gonna tell you a quick story. This isn't gonna step on our Christmas presents. We're gonna talk about that next. Our favorite Christmas presents ever.
okay.
Um, when I was 1997, I think, I started getting into rap music, and I wanted the new Jay-Z CD, Volume 2, Hard Knock Life. So I've heard people say this before that was their first CD ever. That was kind of mine. I asked for it for Christmas. My mom goes to get it, and I don't know what happens. I wake up on Christmas morning, and I don't have it. So I say,
Uh-oh.
Mom, what's going on? She got me Will Smith instead.
Okay.
She got me.
Oh, I know why.
She got me getting jiggy with it instead.
I know
Or Big
why.
Willie style was the album. And it was because it had the parental advisory on it, and she didn't want to buy that for me.
Yep.
So what I did was I used my Christmas money and went and bought it myself. And then I would do everything in my power to hide it.
Okay, well,
But it was also I also bought the cassette 'cause I didn't have enough money to buy the CD. I bought the cassette for like $10 instead of $20 for the CD. And I would do everything in my power to keep it hidden from my parents.
follow-up question.
Shoot.
How did you go and take Christmas money as a youngster and buy an explicit album?
What are you talking about?
Did you buy the clean version when you bought
No,
it?
no, no. I got the dirty version. That's why I kept it hidden.
But they
Yeah, you don't have to be 18 or anything. It was just
really?
no, it's just parental advisory. Like, if you're a
No,
parent,
I
be careful.
don't think that. I think that are like at least near me, like you would have to have a parent.
Damn. Well, I'm just breaking rules because I bought that shit.
Huh.
Love you so much, babe. What's your favorite Christmas present from your childhood?
Oh, from my childhood. Okay, so I was gonna say the Mariah Carey Christmas CD.
Right.
Just because that one's so memorable. But the other one that I was telling you about is my brother. So my brother's really techie, always has been,
Right.
right? Like, so whereas some families or even some kids don't have like up to date like laptops and like Roku's, like anything that's like even slightly techie, my brother always made sure that we had it in the house, mostly for him. So like he's like, oh, the internet here sucks, mom. So you just like upgrade it.
Right.
So that was my life when I was growing up. And he is very much older than me, so I didn't get to see him that often, but he came, Christmas, because I didn't get to see him that often, was the time that he would come home. And he was the best at getting me like big presents. Like parents get you the thing.
Socks.
Well, they get you socks, they get you clothing, they get you
Practical
the things.
things.
Well, they get you the things that you ask for,
True
right?
that.
And I never really asked for like big electronics and stuff. And he and the same family friend that got me the Mariah Carey Christmas CD, they were roommates at the time, and they jointly got me a Super Nintendo.
SNES.
It was the Super Nintendo system, but they got me like this pack of, it had to be like 30 games.
Love it.
It was like 30 games. And only in retrospect, now that I'm seeing the new games that come back out since Nintendo made its like resurgence, is it had the best games. So I had Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
It's like a weird thing that Casey only found out about me like as we were dating, but I'm like, I love Mortal Kombat. Love.
We went to the movie.
We found this sidebar. We went to this brewery and they had one of the old arcade machines.
Oh yeah.
And I was kind of like, let me see if I still remember. I'm like, let me see if I still remember this like trick or whatever. And
you whipped my ass like 5 times in a row.
We played Mortal Kombat, and like you couldn't like get a punch in because
I think you beat me in Flip Cup last night.
I did
Yeah,
did.
they were at a Christmas party last night.
Yeah. I have small gifts, but they're succinct and
And
awesome.
me and Vicky, my honey, as partners last night, knocked off the champs in beer pong. They had won 5 games in a row, and we stepped up and beat them. Then we won one more, and then we lost. But we still knocked off the
Which is
champs.
impressive because
We haven't played in like
we're
fucking
like
10 years.
so old for beer pong. Anyhow, but no. So that goes back to I had Mortal Kombat on there.
Combat.
I had Mario 3. So Mario 3,
Best.
Loki is the best one. Best one. He's like a little raccoon and he's got a tail.
Yellow
You catch the leaves.
cover.
Yeah, you catch the leaves and he turns into like a raccoon guy. It's great.
Keep going.
And then oh, and it had Zelda, like the original Zelda, where it was like not 3D and you had your sword and you're just kind of like walking through the thing and you like chop the bushes to get rupees. It was a whole thing. Anyway, it was amazing. And that, yeah. Oh, she's coming over.
She's never.
Shay,
Hi.
I can see your pretty face.
You are on the camera, my love.
Sort of.
All right.
Okay.
She'll be good.
So I think the reason that it was such a special present is because in my mind it was like a big present, but it's the present that keeps on giving. Because you know how like when you first get a CD?
Mm-hmm.
First get a CD?
Yes. You play the shit out of it?
Well, not necessarily.
Like Mariah Carey?
Well, you find your songs and then you kind of like listen to those songs on repeat and learn them. And then you'd like discover more songs.
Yeah, like the deep cuts. I remember with the Morgan Wallen, his last big album, it was like you listen to the hits at first, and then like you get to the second tier hits, and then by the end you're like,
right,
the third tier hits, or you start replaying.
So, like, for the Swifties out there, like the Tortured Poets Department was like, she released like 30 fucking songs all at once. I'm like, I'm not gonna make it through that in one sitting. And you discover it over time. And that's how it felt. I was like, oh, I'm gonna play this game. Oh, like this is a new game. And I liked them all pretty much equally. And it was great.
Remember Duck Hunt?
Duck Hunt, I had Duck Hunt.
That was on regular Nintendo, but Duck Hunt was bad fucking ass.
Yeah, I had that.
Super badass.
There were only 2 games that we owned. Duck Hunt and I had Duck Hunt and I had this Kung Fu game.
My mom bought us a Nintendo, but she was very strict about when she would let us have it. She didn't want us to put down our coloring books.
Yeah.
But we got it.
Yeah,
Tecmo Bowl, baby.
Yeah, I don't even know if my parents like knew that much about tech. Like they knew what video games were, and I never asked. So if I don't ask and they don't care, why would they randomly get it for me? But my brother did.
My favorite present when I was a kid. I remember like it was yesterday. Same time, I was in my first house that we lived until I was 9. I wanted a locker. Like I don't know, like back in the day they were in all like the East Bay magazines or whatever it was. It was like the team lockers. You can get I wanted a Cowboys one, obviously. But I woke up on Christmas Day and it wasn't there.
You have a lot of like asking for things and it wasn't there.
But wait.
Okay.
Because it was there. It was there eventually. It was such a big present that it was like I opened up all the presents. It wasn't there. But then it was like, hey, little guy, go look behind the couch. And it was under a sheet. And they pulled the sheet off of it. And my locker was there. And I fucking loved it. I put it had like came with all the stickers. You can put like letters and numbers on it. And I made it a Troy Aikman locker.
Okay.
And it said Aikman 8, and it's still in my attic right now. Yep, and I'm gonna find it because I haven't actually looked it up in fucking forever.
It's not in our attic; it's in
my parent. Yeah.
Attic. We gotta get that. We should put that in our bar.
Oh my god, it was a small one, but it was so cool, so cool.
Clearly, he still really loves it. They're like really excited about it all these years.
Oh my, yep, bro.
You found it?
I did find it. You can get it on 1993. Rare vintage 1993.
1993, you're like 5 years old.
I was 5 years old. It was my fucking favorite. Oh my! This is somebody's on YouTube, but mine said Aikman and 8. But here,
that's okay. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, that's
it was. Oh, I wanted it so bad. It was in the magazine. Oh my god! So there was also a full size one. I didn't get the full size one.
So
that was the full size one.
So generally speaking, were you like usually good, like and not naughty? As in, like, did your parents ever like hold that over you? Like as it got closer to Christmas, where they're like, "Oh, you better be good because." blah,
I'm
blah, blah."
sure there was some of that.
Yeah.
I'm sure there was.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
What?
One day we'll have a boy or girl, and we'll be able to be like, better be good because you want Santa to come this year, don't you?
If not, you're gonna get coal in your stocking. Oh my gosh, my brother would always tell me that he was gonna get me socks.
Oh, all right. So that was our Christmas storytelling portion.
Okay.
How far along are we? Should we sing our song or should we
We're pretty.
do our gift exchange? I think we should sing our song.
You know,
Let's sing our song.
He's so
We're gonna try it
excited.
out.
Okay.
I might be too drunk
Well,
for
okay.
it.
You're too drunk for it.
No.
Oh, can I ask a question though before we sing our song?
Fire away, girl.
Because we're singing we're singing Casey's newest favorite Christmas song, right?
Jimmy Fallon put out a special Christmas album this year. It's amazing. Hang on one second.
Yeah. He's gonna go get it. But yeah, so we pretty much know all the words of the song. It's not that hard. It's a short song. So I hope you guys enjoy it. So that's the Jimmy Fallon Christmas album.
Holiday seasoning.
Yeah. It's really good. But Hun, the question that I was gonna ask you, why don't you come back? Come on, hurry back.
Jingle jangle, jingle jangle.
The question I was gonna ask you is what are like, and they don't have to go in order and they can be off the cuff, but like what are your top like 3 Christmas songs?
I love Baby It's Cold Outside. Both versions. The old version that is kind of like
Classic but
problematic.
super problematic.
Problematic. What's in this drink? And there's John Legend's made a new one, and there's also a new one in the Love Hard movie I was telling y'all about. Yeah. So that's my number 1.
Okay.
And then I love Christmas rapping.
Really? Okay. All right.
That's the jam. And I got so many. Classic ones only, because I like, like my rap ones, like Three Kings, Fabulous and Yo Gotti. Listen to it.
Yeah.
Love it. I can go on forever, baby. So you tell me yours.
I think you know mine. Don't
Like,
you?
Classics?
No. Well,
Ooh.
yeah, classic.
Carol the bells. Bum, 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 bum.
Okay, yeah.
Bum,
So,
bum, bum, bum.
Choir nerd, I love Carol of the Bells. I love All I Want for Christmas Is You.
Ooh.
Obviously, Mariah Carey.
Yep.
And Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays by NSYNC. Those are top, but Jimmy Fallon and JT made a Christmas song, and that song slaps. All the Darlene Love songs that are in Home Alone are great. The dun 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 dun, all those.
Okay.
The
one that we're gonna do kind of ties in our love for Christmas songs and Christmas movies.
Yeah.
We love all the Christmas stuff, and we don't really discriminate against what movies we watch. We like the classics, we like the new ones. And this year we watched the Kansas City Chiefs one on Hallmark.
Yeah.
And this new Jimmy Fallon song that we're gonna sing is called Hallmark Movie.
It's hilarious.
It's hilarious, and it describes these Hallmark movies to a T. And we're gonna give it a rendition here. And it's probably not going to pick up the music, but you're going to pick up the vibes and the lyrics, and it's going to be fantastic.
I hope it picks up the music.
It won't.
Oh, damn.
But it's going to be sick.
Okay. It's a really funny song. So
yeah, it's hilarious.
If you know the song, hopefully you like it. If you don't know the song, you'll probably laugh.
Yeah, because think about Hallmark movies.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. I saw you walk in my hardware store. I'm a local in town, you ain't been here before. My business is failing cause your boss built a Walmart. Oh my god, this is a movie on Hallmark.
I saw you working and busting a sweat, but I'm from the city, can't settle down yet. I'm out of your league, way out of your ballpark. Turns out you're a prince.
This is a movie on Hallmark. It's all the same plot. Everyone's hot, and it's almost Christmas Day. The drama is low. It's starting to snow. I think I see Candace Cameron Bure.
My name's Holly, your name's Nick. Been away so long that I'm homesick.
I hate Christmas, but I'm all alone. Neither one of us owns a cell phone. We get married, now you're reaching for a knife. Why?
Oh my God.
This is a movie on Lifetime. This is a movie on Lifetime. I think the mayor is Santa. That's pretty funny. So we have no idea how that's going to play on the podcast or on the video, but we did it in the car a few times yesterday. And
It's pretty funny.
it's pretty, I mean, it's fucking, I love the song. It's so funny. And it sounded pretty good in the car. So we'll see how it sounds on these microphones.
Singing in public gives me like all kinds of anxiousness.
Oh, you want to try it again?
No,
This isn't public.
it's
This is our Hallmark movie set, practically. Hey, what's going on? We're back.
so you didn't feel the intermission, but
We are back now. We took a quick break, made some more drinks, fed the dogs. It's that time of night.
Yeah.
And we're back better than ever, ready to finish off this holiday spectacular. We've got
I got a refill of my hot chocolate. Oh, you can't see. So anybody that's on the podcast listening can't see, but I put it in quotes because my hot chocolate has a little boozy to it.
and we got these peppermint marshmallows.
Delicious.
Plop them right in there. So I know from our list of things
Mm-hmm.
that we have the gift exchange still to do.
Yep.
You want to talk about like
Oh, yeah,
the
we got
Christmas scene of Summer Turned Pretty? Is that something?
Yeah. So we always do a little holiday episode, and I want to talk a little bit about not just the Christmas and Cousins that we've seen, but the Christmas and Cousins that we think might come. So,
Dang.
yeah.
All right. Well, the girls have just laid down for a long winter's nap. Why don't you let's talk about what we've seen already from Christmas in the Summer I Turned Pretty, whether that be in the book or whether that be in the show.
Okay. So in season 2,
Mm-hmm.
Conrad comes to confess his love to Belly at Halloween.
Right.
And then they have that awkward exchange at Thanksgiving. But they're very much together,
Right.
right? So in the books and in the show, Conrad comes and picks her up. And she sneaks out. So that's where One Direction comes in.
Yes.
Right? So ding, 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 ding. She gets a text from Conrad. He says he's there. So she scurries downstairs. And you only know it's Christmas time because you see a little corner of a tree. She goes out, wreath, holiday
Lights.
Christmas lights in the neighborhood. It's really pretty, actually. Conrad's there to pick her up. And they're together. He gives her a sweatshirt, which is great. And they are driving. So they sneak away to Cousins.
Yes, they do.
And that's the first part. The second part is there's them getting to the beach house. And it's like a different experience at the beach house when
Okay.
it's winter. Because Susanna's not there.
Mm-hmm.
And she hasn't passed away yet at that point, but Susanna's not there. It's not stocked full of stuff
Right.
because it's the off season and it's like cold. So they go there and he's making a fire and she's like looking for something to eat or drink or whatever. And she finds hot cocoa.
Okay.
They have cocoa. They're sitting down.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it's about to get cozy.
Yes.
Or at least Conrad's like kind of like get closer and like he touches her face. And then she looks over his shoulder. Just like that. And she looks over his shoulder and she's like, oh, it's snowing. So they put on their stuff. They run out to the beach. Invisible string drops. And they have a playful little frolic in the snow.
Fantastic.
It's beautiful. It really is. It's really pretty. How you can watch that and not root for those two kids? I don't know.
Oh, you're the best.
So all that happened. And then that's pretty much where book and show are the same.
Okay.
Where show takes it one step further
Okay.
is the next part. It's the fireplace scene.
Oh,
So they come back inside. It like the actual words are from the book where it's like, oh, you're cold. Like she puts her hands on his cheeks. He's like, ah. And he's like, oh, too cold or whatever. No, it feels nice. That's because you're cold hearted. And that happens. That happens in the book, but it gets a little
takes a little escalation.
there's escalation in the show. And I wanted to ask you, we've never actually had this conversation before,
Boy.
but no, when that happened, there was an article that came out and Lola Tung was interviewed about that exact scene. So they had it all planned. They knew it was going to be a big deal. And I forget who it was, People L, something like that, where they actually had Lola answering questions about why she thought, or if she thought it was important that Jenny included this next step in the show. What is your take on that? Because in the book, Belly Belly doesn't actually lose her virginity at all during any of the books.
Okay, I think it raises the stakes.
Right.
And I feel like maybe times have changed a little bit from 20 years ago. Like, not to say people are more promiscuous or what have you, but it does seem like a more realistic, true to life representation of what this might look like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like two kids in love in high school for the most part, thinking they are each other's forever.
Yeah.
Even if they might not be true, like at that age.
Right. Yeah, because I wouldn't necessarily say as characters, you're not supposed to believe that either Belly or Conrad, certainly not Belly, are like promiscuous people. So it's like,
oh, for sure. No, she went from like first kiss to like
in front of the fireplace. Yeah.
In about a year, right?
Yeah.
Which is also not like
no, that's not. There's nothing problematic about that, but it does, to your point, I think it deepens the relationship. I think that it just
raises the stakes.
It raises the stakes of the entire situation. It raises the stakes for her being with Jeremiah for sure.
For sure.
As well. So, I thought it was necessary. I thought it was sweet. I love that scene. Like I always forget. I know it's coming up now. And I wouldn't say I'm like, oh, I'm excited to see it, but it's like every time it comes on, it's very romantic and beautiful. So I was get excited for like the Coco stuff, like that's good Easter egg, and I get excited for the snow on the beach, invisible string snow on the beach. But yeah, that part I'm like, ooh, it's about. Oh yeah, I'm like, oh, it's about to happen.
Girls, close your eyes.
It's always really tasteful and beautiful.
Cover the dogs' faces.
I gotcha. But anyway, it's really great. So then that leads to the question of, and I know I'm putting this in here, hon, because the pretties they just want to know about season 3, and we all want to know about season 3. Not that I have a lot of tea to share, but if they follow the books and there is Christmas and Cousins Part 2, as we know in the book, Conrad and Belly, they accidentally end up at the beach house. So, my first question, I'm just going to pepper you with some questions, okay?
Yeah.
All right. So, Jenny today posted the Cousins Beach House.
Right.
All dolled up. So that's content. Like, Jenny right now is in New York City, where she lives.
So they shot this already, is what you're saying.
I
know you.
So they shot this already.
I know you. She banked that shit in her phone.
Right. I didn't bank that shit.
She did.
Jenny banked it, right? So like I don't think that like, oh, someone at, it's not called Screen Gem Studios anymore, but like, oh, somebody in Wilmington go really quickly decorate the set on stage.
This was done back in July.
Right, and send it to Jenny. So like I think that is pretty telling that she took this. Like they didn't decorate their
Okay, hang on.
You see what I mean?
I got one for you.
Okay.
Let's put ourselves into book 3.
Mm-hmm.
Season 3.
Mm-hmm.
Is the cousin's house getting decorated?
So
How does that happen?
that's the difference between the book and the show.
Because it does seem a little like,
No,
do you
no,
see that happening?
no. So that's what I don't know. That's the difference between the book and the show.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do. But in the book, Adam buys the house,
Mm-hmm.
right? But he makes no mention that it's their main house. He basically, they buy it and it's the beach house, which is why you can sneak away to it.
Right.
So in the book, it's not decorated, right? In the show, at the end of season 2, Adam was making all this talk of like, oh, well, if we sell our main house, we'll have
Enough to.
enough to buy it.
Oh,
I don't know how much that
I
comes
see what
into
you're saying.
Yeah, I don't know how much that comes to play, but if it's their main house,
Then they would have it decorated.
yeah,
Okay.
but then is it if that's the case, then I think maybe it's just like they cross paths. Like maybe I don't know, maybe doesn't Belly have an open invitation to just go chill at their house though?
She fucking feels like she does, I'm sure.
I know, but then does that not
If it's their like
confuse?
everyday house, it seems like if it's the kind of auxiliary house that's just sitting there and the keys under the mat, you can go whenever you want to, as opposed to
Right.
being fucking Adam might be like in a meeting.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. So I don't know how that's gonna play out. That's the tricky part for
But
me.
that's good thinking that we got going on here.
But if it's the main house, then it would be decorated. Now it could be the main house that you mentioned that nobody lives at, but they would still, if it was still decorated.
Maybe they have like a maid or something.
Yeah. Oh, well, okay, well also, I think in the book, I'll have to go back and reread. I think in the book, they actually they have this secret meetup. Not okay, I don't mean to make it sound like they met up secretly. They accidentally ended up at the beach house together. And I think it was after Christmas.
Okay.
Because so Belly was alone, and I think Laurel was away for something. Steven was skiing with his friends, I think. And
Okay.
then Jer, I think, was in the city for an internship. Don't quote me on any of that, but I think it was between Christmas and New Year's. So plausible that it's the main house. It's already decorated from Christmas. They didn't tear down the decorations right away, but Jer has an internship, so he's not at the house. Maybe Adam is on an international business trip between Christmas and New Year's, and Belly, maybe she's always over there because not always, but maybe she's over there because Jeremiah lives there. And she didn't expect
And they're
Conrad.
together in season 3. So
She didn't expect, yeah, they're together in season 3. So she's just chilling at the house that she's very comfortable in. But Jeremiah just happens to not be there. And Conrad comes home. Like maybe he skipped coming home for Christmas, but he popped in. Maybe? I don't know.
You're the expert, baby.
It's plausible.
Definitely plausible.
But anyway, so
So what do you think? Perfect world.
yeah.
How does the season 3 scenario go?
For Belly and Conrad and Cousins?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's too cheesy to do on film, but I do.
Because there's a lot that happens during this season 3. Is there or a little bit that happens during the secret meetup that Jer finds out about later?
There's not a lot that happens. I mean, it's the part that you did in Madlibs is like the pinnacle of it. But she goes there, she's watching old Christmas movies.
Home Alone, maybe?
She's watching The Grinch and stuff. And the cute part that I was gonna say, I'd like to see, but I don't know if it's too cheesy or like childish. Does it paint Belly as a child if like she thinks someone's breaking in?
I love that's the part I want.
I know. Like she thinks someone's breaking into
She gets
the
into Kevin
house.
McAllister mode.
Yeah. And so he opens the door. She's standing there with the poker. There's an awkward exchange. And then she goes back to the couch. They have a conversation. He offers to build a fire. And then there's like an awkward, like he thinks better of it. And then just goes upstairs to his room and like asks if she's going to sleep on the couch. And that's where you have
because in this situation, they will have already had, you know what? I feel like which changes the dynamic a little bit. Just saying.
For sure. Yeah. So like it's almost a little bit more risque.
Because
But
well, that would be like the ultimate dirt for Conrad.
what's
So that's
that?
why because that's if she is with Jer in this
Mm-hmm.
fictional season 3 moment, he will have already gotten all the way around the bases with her,
Who?
with Belly, right?
There?
No,
Oh,
Conrad.
Conrad. Yeah,
Conrad
yeah,
would have
yeah.
already, done the deed with Belly, but she's also now dating his brother.
Right.
So that would be like the ultimate
Yeah.
bad thing to like cheat on your brother's girlfriend with. So he was like, remove himself from the situation.
Right. But he does that in the book too.
It does it in the book
He
as
does that
well.
in the book too. So he goes upstairs, and then the Madlib part is the next morning when she wakes up. She wakes up on the couch,
Yeah.
and she's kind of like, "Oh my God, did I dream that? Like, did he really come?
I just feel like he removes himself from the situation even more because of the brother situation.
Sure. But she wakes up and she runs over to the banister because she's like, I wonder if he's still here. That's when she trips on her pajama pants and falls down. And then that's when he comes over and they have an interaction, and it's lighthearted and funny, but then he picks her up.
Damn.
And when he picks her up and carries her over to the couch, she has like this voice in her head that's like, oh my God, I still love you. So after the oh my God, I still love you,
Doesn't take much.
then they're hanging out that day. So in the book, it's described as they're hanging out but not hanging out. Right. So like they're in the same house and they're cordial to each other, and there's like
but
conversation.
there's certainly an elephant in the room.
Right. So it's and I don't know if they're like specifically trying to steer clear from each other, but they
I would love to see what Jenny does with it.
Yeah. So
But the house is decorated.
But the house is decorated. In the book, see, that's what's going to be different. In the book, they like find a can of tomato soup, and I think they have like grilled cheese, or maybe they just have like crackers and tomato soup in a can or something. But if it's the actual Fisher house, they probably have more choices.
We were actually looking at all sorts of Chef Boyardee today. Were we not? And we had a ranking system. Where are you at on SpaghettiOs?
Way bottom. I've never liked them ever.
I used to love the beef ravioli, the cheese ravioli.
I like beefaroni.
Man,
The beefaroni.
the best.
That was my favorite. Although I didn't really love any of it. What's up?
That reminds me, Vicky tonight has made spaghetti and meat sauce, and after we finish with this podcast, we're gonna eat it.
We're so excited.
I just got so excited. I forgot about it. Vicky's, love you, babe. Thinking about food like 3 days in advance. I eat food as a just support system for my body. But I just thought of that, and I'm
just had a thought.
super excited.
I just had a thought though.
What's up?
I'm gonna give a little pause here to see if the pretty fans know what I'm about to say. Do you know what I'm about to say?
Belly sugar or something?
Belly makes spaghetti for Conrad.
Oh yeah, she does.
In book 3.
Is that the same shit? Same
book 3
weekend?
No.
Okay.
Remember that she gets engaged to Jer, and then they both end up at the house while she's planning the wedding. Okay. So before we wrap this section of the podcast up,
all right,
these guys and gals want predictions. So give me a bold Christmas in Cousins prediction for season 3.
All right.
A little bit different from the book, but just like out of thin air. Pull it down out of nowhere.
When these books were written, different time of the world, right?
Yeah, we talked about that.
So in this current state, if you're locked in with a significant other, generally you're keeping tabs on each other throughout the day.
Yeah, right.
Especially
you mean locked in like a legit relationship?
If you're in a legit relationship, you're texting each other good morning, good night, and filling in with funny stuff throughout the day.
FaceTime? We saw it in season 1 even. Like FaceTime's a thing.
So in order to potentially keep a meeting under wraps for 6 months or however long it is, then there may have had to been some like, I don't want to say lying, but like some misleading texts potentially.
Well, in the book, Jer gets mad, and Jer knows the entire time because Conrad doesn't.
Just hanging out here at the beach
Well,
house.
so Belly lies by omission, right, in the book.
Understood.
And Jer knows about it because Conrad's like, oh yeah, and I saw Belly, because he's just kind of like,
Yeah.
he just says it matter of factly.
But I think they're gonna highlight this in season.
You think there's gonna be a bigger fibbing? We call it fibbing.
Well, I feel like it's kind of hard to hide that. So maybe there will
He's
be.
gonna, like, Jer will give her ample chance during that weekend
to maybe
to
have.
mention that Conrad Fisher is there.
Yeah.
Hmm.
We're in 2024, people.
Yeah.
Everyone's texting throughout the day.
What? Yeah. What if he asks to FaceTime and she
Ooh, she says no.
She like goes up to her room.
Or yeah, she's like, oh, my camera's broken.
Yeah. My camera's broken. I can't believe I said yeah to that. That's not gonna happen. But like, yeah, that
Bold predictions for you?
Not necessarily bold predictions. I have a couple of predictions on songs that so I hear songs and I can't help it, but it just if it fits, and I'm like, oh, they could use this for season 3. So, what is your all-time favorite sad Christmas song?
River.
Yes. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Who originally sang River? Do you know?
Joni Mitchell.
Oh, okay. But Casey found River, the version sang by
Olivia Rodrigo.
And that's on like the High School Musical soundtrack. So again, this is on his Christmas playlist.
Yeah, there's like 3 different rivers. Like there's
I know the song River, but I was listening to it. I'm like, man, it's such a sad song. And my first thought was,
then you heard the Olivia version, you're like, whoa.
Because when I hear Olivia or Taylor, I just kind of think TSITP. So I think the Olivia Rodrigo River version, whether it's in there or not in there, y'all should listen to it and imagine the extreme amount of confusion and sadness that Belly has, maybe a lot of guilt.
There are 6 versions of River on my playlist.
He loves the song.
Well, I mean, yes.
Yeah. But yeah, like listen to it, please, and think about how confused and sad and guilty Belly must feel.
Yeah.
She's in a relationship with Jeremiah and she's happy. She happens to be by herself with Conrad and she has all these weird feelings. And River plays. So there's that. There's also 'Tis the Damn Season.
Write it down.
It's literally about coming back to your hometown and remembering the feelings and the relationship that you used to have with someone. Literally, is that's.
You can call me babe for the weekend.
I hope that's a little feisty.
That is a little feisty.
You know,
that's, I mean, like, oh shit, like, yeah.
That's real.
Imagine if they fell into something. Yeah, that would be like some real shit.
Yeah, that would not be good.
Oh,
that would not be good.
That's scandalous shit.
I know. I don't.
And this,
I don't know.
Fireplace is making it hot in here right now. You know what I'm saying? God damn.
So 'Tis the Damn Season, and then
writing it down.
And then what's the John Mayer one that you?
Oh fuck! So this isn't technically a Christmas song, but it's got the third verse, or it's got
about Christmas Eve.
Talks about Christmas Eve. It's called
like remembering.
Never
Christmas.
on the Day You Leave.
Never on the Day You Leave.
Oh man, I wish we could insert it.
So it's blah 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 blah, but
it's like. No, it's never on the day you leave that you remember Christmas Eve.
Something like that.
Yeah, and then it's talking about crazy family and like seeing other things Christmas and reminding you your ex. Yeah.
Of the ex, yeah. But the
listen to Never on the Day You Leave by John Mayer.
But Never on the Day You Leave, the whole point of it is like
when you're breaking up, you're not
you don't think about all the things
you're gonna miss. Yeah.
The stuff you're gonna miss. Or at one point he talks about like her having lingering feelings, but like not on the day, like saying don't go or something like that, but it's never on the day that somebody leaves you.
What a song.
Anyway, really sad shit for Belly and Conrad, but just the act of it all, as we know, if it's in there, is going to bring them closer together to their end game again, if that's what's kept in the plot. Casey's taking a picture right now. All right.
You look so cute.
So that is our recap of what Christmas and cousins means to us.
I got the perfect present for you
Okay.
because it's Christmas present exchange time.
Okay. All right. So this is our last segment, right? No, don't we have to play our Christmas game?
Yes, we do. Let's do that first. No.
It has to go last.
I think it's perfect for the what we were just talking about.
Okay. All right. Fine. What'd you get me? Okay.
How about we present our presents, then maybe we can do the game in between.
Okay.
Put your present on the lap. Let everyone see it and guess what it might be.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is the present that I got for Casey.
This is the present I got for Vicky.
Yeah.
Do you want to do
And we have a lot of presents for each other. We just decided that we wanted to do a gift exchange on here, so we each got to pick one present.
that might fit the vibe?
Yeah.
Do you want to do our game?
Yeah, let's do our game.
Okay. So the game is how many Christmas things can you think of in 15 seconds?
Yeah.
All right.
Should we do it with
Timer.
our eyes closed? Because there's a lot of stuff.
Let's do
just
20
like...
seconds. All right, fine. We're gonna close our eyes.
Okay, right.
All right.
Okay.
On 3.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
Santa hat, cookies, milk, ornaments, presents, Christmas tree, star, garland, lights, reindeer, Donner, Blitzen, Vixen, ice skating.
Done. That's 15.
Damn, I got 15 of them. Okay. I think he's gonna beat me.
I don't know.
3, 2, 1, go.
Santa, snowman, frosty, Christmas tree, ornaments, garland, Christmas lights, gingerbread cookies, snowflakes, decorating houses, wreaths, kissing balls.
Oh, you got 12.
Oh, bummer.
I win.
You win.
Are
The
you
fucking
what?
Ritzen, Blitzen, Bitzen, and Litzen, that was what got you.
Smart.
It's very smart. Very smart.
I'm a smart cookie.
I was taking my time.
I'm a smart cookie.
I was really taking my time there.
By the time I said reindeer, I'm like, ooh, I could really bring this thing home.
Decorating houses isn't also a thing. I said that.
It's a thing that you do.
Okay. What's our other? Let's do another game. You're 1-0 now. You've beat me in one official game.
Okay. What other game do you want to play?
I don't know. Do you know one that we could play?
Nope.
Good job. hon.
Sorry.
All right.
Oh,
here.
we could do a finish that Christmas line from Christmas songs.
Okay.
No, you gotta do off the cuff though.
Okay, fine. Frosty the Snowman. Blank.
Had a holly jolly soul.
Was a holly jolly soul. I'll give it to you.
Okay.
All right, my turn.
Okay.
You have 1 point.
Deck the halls with
Bells of holly. 1-1.
wrong.
What?
It's boughs of holly.
That's what I said. You just heard me wrong.
You said bells.
You heard me wrong.
Bro.
1-1. 1-1. 1-1.
It's boughs of holly.
Vowels, I said. It kind of my L's kind of sound like my O's, my W's sound like L's sometimes.
Okay.
All right. Then one foggy Christmas Eve,
Santa came to say,
Rudolph, with your nose so bright.
won't you guide my sleigh tonight?
All
right.
2-1.
'Tis the damn season.
Write it down.
Give it to you. It's write this down.
Yeah, I'm always just a little bit off.
Yeah.
All right, so 2-2. Ooh, what's
I
fun?
moved off of the classic Christmas songs quickly.
I know. I'm gonna find some classic Christmas ones here. Oh. All right. Silent night.
Holy night.
Good job, hon. All right, my turn.
Oh, holy night.
This one.
I know you don't.
Oh, sacred night.
The stars are right.
Ah, shit.
Yeah.
Okay. You're winning here. You're winning right now.
Do you want to quit?
No.
Shay's here. Shay? I think she needs to go out though.
Okay, quick, let her out.
All right, so that was fun.
You won. Let me try you one more, okay?
Okay.
Here comes Santa Claus. Here comes Santa Claus.
Right down Santa Claus Lane.
I got the fun ones. Now you do one.
Santa Claus is coming to town.
Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to
To
town.
town.
Ba ba da ba 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 da ba. He knows when you are sleeping.
He knows when you're awake.
He knows if you've been bad or good.
So be good for goodness sake.
Dun dun dun. You better watch out.
You better not cry.
You better watch out. I'm telling you why.
Santa Claus is coming
To town.
You
Go
know
get the dogs. Go get the dogs.
lyrics, so I win again.
You do win again. You always win. I'm bringing the vibes, not the precision. The dogs are barking like maniacs outside. Come on, girls.
Here they come.
Doggy dogs are coming to town. All right. The last. Look at that flip.
All right, the last part of our podcast is our gift exchange. Okay, I'm so excited. I love gifts. Well, I love giving gifts. All right,
All right.
who wants to go
Let's
first?
exchange. Let's exchange.
Well, this guy.
Let's exchange. Pass it over.
Are we gonna open
Same
it at the
time, same time. No, oh, no, you're gonna go first.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's hope it's the right one.
It says
We've had this
to Hun from other Hun. So, is this gonna be TSITP themed?
kind of maybe. I don't know. I mean, you'd have to be the judge, the final judge, because you're the expert on this kind of topic. There's so many,
Nice wrapping paper.
you know.
Is this our Kaspari?
I'm really
wrapping
out
paper?
here, cuz I'm out here. I really does this.
Is this our Kaspari paper?
Shout out Kaspari.
Beautiful.
Great.
It's a box.
It is a box. Look at that.
Okay. It feels like clothing. Were you a shaker?
I'm a shaker. You've seen me open presents
Were you-
before, and all the pretty
as a
fans have seen me as well.
Were you a peeker?
I was a fucking peek. I was always looking for
I was a
hidden presents.
peeker.
I was the worst.
Oh, I wasn't looking for hidden presents,
I
but
was the worst.
I'd peek. I'd try to peek. All right. It's a shirt.
What?
It's a Christmas shirt. Let's see what it says. It's a sweatshirt. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh.
Sing it.
It says we can leave the Christmas lights up till January. Oh my god. This is fucking sick.
Isn't that really cool?
It is. Well, okay, let's test this guy here. This fits perfectly. We just played a game where we name songs and finish lines. So we can leave the Christmas lights up until January. This is
Obviously a Taylor Swift song.
This is our
year.
No.
It's our place. We make the rules.
Yes.
Right?
Boom. Doesn't know classic Christmas songs, but can finish a Taylor Swift song that's from a TSITP scene. Oh, name that scene. Oh, do you know the song? It's a dazzling haze.
Yes.
What song is that? Yeah.
Forget December?
No.
Give me a hint.
You're my
Give me a hint.
It's Lover.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. I know.
Also, what scene is it from?
You know, I don't want to brag, so I'm not going to answer that, okay?
Okay, what's the name of our podcast?
Better with Glasses.
And the part that we play in the beginning is?
The introduction.
Which is?
The
Who's talking on the introduction?
Conrad and Belly.
That's the scene.
This
song plays over that scene.
I thought, but it's not about Christmas at all. But it's just like a later part of it.
Yeah, that's just a later part of it.
Really nice.
It's amazing. What a perfect gift.
Thank you, guys. Very exciting. It was very apropos for the
I
podcast.
know. I didn't get you something apropos. Well, just open it. Just open it and we'll see.
That was the same company that had Home Alone shirts.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Glad it came on time.
Yeah, all sorts of fun Christmas stuff.
What's it say?
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
What does it say?
It says Funko. So I don't know what direction we could be going in. It could be sports. It could be wrestling. It could be pop culture potentially. Ooh, you opened it. You checked to make sure it was proper. You checked to make sure it was proper. It's funny because on Dax's the Armchair Expert holiday
Bunsies.
spectacular, they also had a Funko.
I know.
Dax
It was,
Funko.
yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. And I got this before we watched that. So, all right. Discard of the box.
We're gonna let the people see before I do.
I don't know which way it's facing.
Me either.
You probably just gotta do it.
Oh, it's another box.
No, it's not. Well, yeah, it is.
What is wrong with you, Pizalia? It's us.
You gotta
Are
open them.
you fucking kidding me?
You have
Are
to.
you kidding me?
You have to open them.
I am bald in this Funko world.
Okay. It's because I had to put the
Hat on me?
baseball cap on you. Yeah.
Oh my lord.
And tell me, you guys, I'm gonna take pictures of this, but it looks. So let's take Casey out first. We're gonna take little Casey out. What is Casey wearing? Is that not? It's fucking spot on.
I've got a basketball and a football in my hands.
And he's got a
Hat
hat,
on.
wearing a vest, wearing a
No beard.
no beard.
No beard.
Yeah.
You know, clean shaven Casey. It happens every once in a while.
Yeah.
Happens every once in a minute. Vicky looks just like Vicky. Holy shit.
Casey looks like Casey.
Oh yes, it does. I mean, you can tell by the vibe.
Yeah,
the vibe is
the
right.
Fit.
The
Yeah.
whole fit is
Yeah.
proper.
Doesn't Vicky look like Vicky though?
And let's be honest here, they're also little animals.
Okay, so this one's a little dog.
There's a little dog,
Okay.
which is probably Belly. And there's a little cat, which is Arrow. Oh, I dropped her. Okay, little Vicky. See, poor little Vicky has her computer and her bag.
It's a cell phone. But she's in a puffer vest
I don't know.
with jeans and Uggs.
You did a amazingly personalized Christmas this year. All right.
They look just like us.
Right here.
They look just like us.
Very freaking cool, hon. What a perfect present.
All right, so you can put them right there. And then I have a surprise.
No, you don't.
Santa Claus came early.
Right.
And yeah, me and Santa are like in cahoots.
Oh.
And
Oh, my dog.
Santa came early.
I mean, don't spoil Christmas Day.
So Santa Claus came early.
Okay.
And Santa dropped this off for us. And I'm going to let you open it. But you have to read the tag.
It literally says do not open until December 25th.
Sorry.
Do I need to read the tag beyond that?
No, yeah, read the back of the tag.
Are there going to be enough presents on Christmas Day?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. What's it say?
To the hosts of Better with Glasses from Santa, must be big fans
Of the show.
of the show. Santa, appreciate all your downloads. Like and subscribe in the future, my friend. And for all y'all out there, rate, review, all that good stuff. It's another Funko box. I don't know what is going on right now. Is there a podcast version of us? This is what I think is happening right now. I've guessed. Oh my lord. By the way, if you order something from Funko, it comes from a gentleman named Freddie Funko.
Does it really?
Yeah, look at
That's
that.
pretty funny. Well, you think it's a
I think it's a podcast version. This is my guess right
like
now.
where they're holding
Yes,
microphones?
the microphones. I'm not afraid anymore. I know.
It's actually it's gonna be one of a kind.
It's Belly and Conrad.
It's Belly and Conrad Pops.
Great renderings. So Conrad is holding a surfboard. You can tell it.
Yep.
Conrad's holding a surfboard
Con-
and a
Con-
football.
Conrad is holding a surfboard and a football.
And Belly has a volleyball and a cell phone. And they're in either their wedding outfits or their dead ball outfits.
I went with dead ball outfits, but stay tuned for season 3, you know what I'm saying?
You know what? There is some Funko employee who is like, damn, that was a good idea. Look what this person
Made.
We need to get on the Summer I Turn Pretty. We need to make some of those.
How long have we been talking about how we needed some, like, if you saw this in a store, you would lose your shit.
You would have had it already.
Right.
But
So
now we made it ourselves.
So I couldn't make a little Casey and a Vicky without making a Belly and a Conrad. But I also am not so lame that I'll give myself a gift. So
give it to the host.
So Santa coming and doing this for us was like a fucking fantastic.
Great, solid thing by Santa Claus. He had to stop at the house a little bit early this year. Yeah. That's all. Yeah. That is all.
Anyway.
God damn. Great presents. A very personalized Christmas.
What?
Isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
You haven't seen my shirt yet. Well, maybe they have. I don't know.
No, they haven't.
But damn.
Anyway.
I got a personalized shirt as well.
All right.
Oh, this is a fun.
Yeah, wrap this baby up.
Let's wrap this baby up. It's been a great episode, guys. Thank you for joining us, and thanks for all the support that you've given us over the years and from this year. The year's about to end, so lots of love. Enjoy your families this holiday season. Thank you for everything that you've done for us, and thank you, Vicky, for everything you've done for the show and for the brand, and for everything you do in regular life as well.
Oh, thanks, hon. So, thanks everyone for listening. This is the holiday extravaganza episode. We have more things in the can. We have more things that we're going to release. We are not forgetting about any of those things. But we've got a ways to go before summer 2025, but at least 2025 is right around the corner. So, thank you everyone for listening, and we'll see you next time.